Hello, good morning everyone. So welcome to Core Java demo class. Okay. So what is Java here? So most of the people are used to say that, sir, Java is an object-oriented programming language, so which is a platform independent. Yes, correct. So before exactly enter into that particular concept, let us discuss a small concept called software. Okay, nowadays if you go outside, wherever you go, you can hear a word called software. So what is a software? Yes, a software is a collection of programs which will collectively work together to make some functionality, right? So before exactly discuss the software itself, let us take some other concept called some general concept. Okay, okay, assume that there is one person and he wants to talk to some other guy who is very far from this particular person. Then how can he speak to some other person? And obviously he has to speak aloud. Assume that he is very far from here, he is not able to speak listen to this guy though he speaks aloud. Okay, then obviously what will happen, there should be some mediator required in between these two persons, so which enables these two guys to speak with each other, is it? Yes. So so now if you want to make these two guys, and this guy has assume that the name of this person is A. Okay, and person A wants to talk to person B, then obviously this person A and B should have some mediator. So he wants to talk to this guy, so because of this guy, so this guy has a thought that, so I need to talk to some other person who is very far from here. So this A guy has a thought that he wants to talk to some person who is very far from here. Nice. Then how can he speak until unless there is some mediator between these two persons? Yes. So because of this thought, what he did was he introduced a landline, a phone. Okay, he introduced a phone. So using which we can talk to this particular person. So if you want to talk to this guy with that particular person, he should have a phone and he should have a phone, right? And these two phones should be connected with each other with some wire. That means there should be a physical connection between the two phones, so using which these two guys will speak to each other. So assume that this because of some natural disasters, the connection has been broken. Then obviously what will happen, we need to repair it, we need to reconnect it, and then we need to use this. So because of these natural disasters, because of these frequent problems, what will happen was the some other person got an idea that, so if I want to talk to the person who is very far from here, the phone is enough, and the two phones are interconnected each other with the help of a wire. That means connection exists between the physical connection exists between the two phones. So one guy has a thought that, why can't we connect the two phones physically, why can't we have a wireless, right? Yes. So because of that thought, they did R&D, and finally they introduced something called as a mobile. Okay, so the mobile, in the sense what, a mobile is an electronic device, so using which we can talk to a person who is very far from here with wireless connections. The connection will be there with wireless. That means what, there is no wire, there is no physical connection exists between the two mobiles, but connection will be happen, right, because of the signals. Okay, that is different thing. So if you take this mobile, then obviously what will happen is this particular mobile has been composed with so many buttons, right? So the green buttons and the red and some 1 2 3 4 5, everything here is it, and one screen. Yes, fine. So if you press 1 here, then what will happen was the 1 will get displayed over here, and if you press 2, then 2 will get displayed. If you press 3, and 3, and as well as according to the button pressed, the corresponding number will get displayed here. So apart from these numbers, if you press some other buttons, then obviously the corresponding functionality will be happen. Okay, so here if you press 1 is getting displayed over here, that is fine. Then how the number is displaying here? So because we are pressing, so it is getting displayed over here, is it? Yeah, of course it is. And what is happening in the background? That means some functionality is getting executed in the background. Because of that functionality we are getting, the number is getting displayed and we are able to see the number over here. That means for each and every button there is a functionality defined inside this. A functionality in the sense what? It is a program. Okay, so for each and every button there is a program which will get executed. So because of the result of that particular program, we are able to see the corresponding action on the screen, right? So here, that means what? A mobile is nothing but a software. So without software, mobile won't work, right? And here a software in the sense what? Here it is a combination of programs, right? Yes. So a software in the sense what? A software is nothing but it is a collection of programs which will collectively work together to make some functionality. Yes, understand? Yes. And we brought our dream into the reality as well, is it? So I can say, what is a software? So I can say that a software is nothing but it is a collection of programs which will collectively work together to convert our dreams into the reality. What is our dream here? I want to talk to a person who is very near, who is very far from here, right? So this is the dream, and we converted this dream into the reality because of an electronic device called a mobile. A mobile is nothing but a software, right? Yes. So this is a software. Then how many types of softwares are there? Okay, then if you take the types of softwares available in the real world, then there are 3 types of softwares are available. Okay, so there are how many types of softwares are available? 3 types. So one is system software, and the next one is application software, and the next one is internet software. Okay, fine. So what is the use of system software, and what is the use of application software, and what is the use of internet software? So why do we go for system software, and why do we go for application software, and why do we go for internet software? So a system software, okay, so what are the aims of the system software, and what are the aims of application software, and what are the aims of internet software? Okay, so here the system software is one of the softwares available in the real world, and the system software is used to develop the functionalities of hardware devices. Okay, so here it is used to develop the functionalities of hardware devices. The functionalities of hardware devices. Okay, and here, and what are all the languages and then this is one of the use of systems, so one of the uses of system software. And if you take the second use of the system software, it is used to develop the compilers and interpreters. Okay, and system software is also used to develop compilers and interpreters. Okay, and the system software also used to develop the real-time operating systems. Develop real-time operating systems. So what are the systems? Why do we go for system software? The system softwares are used to develop the functionalities of hardware devices like mouses and keyboards and etc. And it is also used to develop the compilers and interpreters, and it is also used to develop the real-time operating systems. Okay, and what are the main languages we use here to develop such kind of functionalities? So C and C++. So these are all the main, C and C++ sometimes, and ALP. Okay, and these are all the three languages we use to develop the system software. Okay, fine. Then what are the aims of application software, right? So what are the aims of application software in the sense, so this application software is used to develop the functionalities of an organizations. Okay, so this is used to develop the functionalities of an organization. So the organization can be anything. It is a functional sector in the sense what, a banking and LIC and auditing and etc., and healthcare domain and hospitals and diagnostic centers and everything, and transportation and bus reservation systems and railway reservation systems and airways, such kind of things. So everything will be developed with the help of an application software. So what are all the languages here we use is Visual Basic. Okay, and here if you take the aims of an internet software, so what is an internet software? First, the general definition is, an internet software is a software, or it is one of the softwares available in the the real time, and the main aim of this particular internet software is to develop a distributed applications. Okay, so it is used to develop a distributed application. So what is a distributed application first? So for example, if you take any Google or any Gmail or something like this, so there should be, so for example, assume that you went to some internet center, or if you are logging with your PC, does Gmail install in your machine? No. That means what, the Gmail has installed in some remote machine. So from here, that means it has, the Gmail has been installed in remote machine, and from here you are trying to access the application from here, right? That means what, whatever the application, this Gmail can be accessed anywhere. Okay, for example, there are two kinds of applications, and desktop applications and distributed applications. So if you take the desktop application, assume that you have installed, assume this is one desktop and you have installed some application here, which is a desktop applications, and this application is specific to this particular computer. So if you want to access this particular application from the outside, then it is not even possible. So I don't want such kind of applications. I want one application should be deployed in one server that should be accessed by all the machines which are connected to the net throughout the world. So if you want to develop such kind of applications, then obviously what will happen is you have to go for using distributed, you have to go for using the software called internet software. That means what, an internet software in the sense, assume that you have developed one application with the help of an internet software, and which is deployed in this particular machine. And assume that there are so many machines, and this is connected to internet. Then obviously assume that there are so many computers connected to the internet. All these computers can have an access to this particular application. Okay, so that means what, I want some application to be distributed application in the sense what, it has been distributed among all the computers across the net and overall the world. Okay, so here such kind of applications can be called as distributed applications. And if you want to develop a distributed application, then obviously we have to go for using an internet software, internet software. Then obviously what are all the languages we are using here? So here we have, there are two languages defined here for this, and one is Java, and the next one is .NET. So, and who introduced Java then? So Java has been introduced by Sun Microsystems. Okay, Sun Micro Systems. And the Java, .NET has been introduced by who? And it has been introduced by Microsoft. Okay, fine. So here then what is, here we have two choices, and what is the best one to use? So here nowadays the best one is Java, I can say. So why it is best? And why can't .NET? The second priority, why I'm giving second priority to the .NET, in the sense a Java is platform dependent, sorry, platform independent, and the Java .NET is platform dependent. So some persons will say that .NET is partially platform dependent and it is platform independent partially. But though, if you compare to the Java is fully platform independent language. So because of only this particular feature, we just prefer only Java to develop the distributed applications. Okay. Okay, fine. So we just got to know what is a software, and what is the desktop applications, and how many software types of softwares are available, and which comes under Java. I mean, Java comes under which particular software. Okay, fine. That is okay. Now, if you take the definition of Java, okay. So if you take the definition of Java, can you tell me the definition of Java from this explanation? Yes, let me tell you first, then you tell me whether it is correct or not. Okay, fine. So I can say general definition. So it is not an exact definition, specific definition. It's a general concept. It's a general definition of Java. Okay. So a Java is an internet software, right? A Java is an internet software, so using which we can develop distributed applications, and it is introduced by Sun Microsystems, right? So what is Java? A Java is an internet software used to develop the distributed applications, and it has been introduced by Sun Microsystems, right? So this is about a Java language. Okay, this is about I can say a small definition of Java. Okay, so any doubts so far? Any doubts? Sorry, I didn't get you. Yeah. Yes. It is a general definition, and there are so much technical discussions. There are so many technical discussions going further. So we will discuss all the classes, sorry, all the definitions and all the concepts later on in next classes. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, then fine. Okay,